What would your crystal ball tell you for what email marketing is going to be doing in 2024?
Sadly, what's going to be doing in 2024 is what's done in 2023, 2022, and prior years.
Okay.
At some point in the future, there will be a few changes. Actually, one big change for 2024. Finally, finally, Google and a few other companies are saying we are going to help reduce spam.
Hmm.
And I haven't gotten into the details of how the algorithms are changing, but it's going to be that much harder for bulk senders to appear in the inbox, which as a consumer and also a cybersecurity expert, I'm happy about. Even as a marketer, I'm happy because again, we're all in this race to just throw out a lot more noise, hoping we rise above the din. And I'd rather it be more targeted. What we need to do is be more targeted. Consider the following. We've talked about doing context dependent marketing. The idea
Hmm.
is that they can get my tips when they want it. Imagine if you don't want to be on the app, you don't want to do what I'm doing, that's fine. You have a talk. And after the talk, instead of just you're going to sign up for my email list and get whatever random thing I'm sending out this week, you put them in a sequence that says, here are the 5 takeaways from this talk. And in the next 5 days, you're going to get an email a day with one of the takeaways from the talk. And so now you finish the talk, let's say on Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, they get an email from you. They're expecting that email from you. It is 100% relevant.
Hmm.
Your email for that week may or may not be, but you know these 5 things are because they like the content from your talk and they opted into that. Now you can do that in addition to putting them on your list because you want a list build, but now you're being context dependent in terms of what you're delivering.
I love that strategy. And I want to get into this context dependent sort of content strategy a little bit deeper. So the idea being, like you said, have a talk and then deliver relevant content over a phase of time to stay, front of mind. Um, does that mean that the weekly newsletter email that's just kind of like the dump, which a lot of people do in their newsletters, do you think that's on its way out? Does it need an overhaul?
It still has its place. Let's think about the buyer's journey and what the marketing funnel looks like.
Hmm.
Someone hears you on a podcast, sees you on a talk, however they first get into it. And you know that from now until the future, it's going to take multiple touch points. So, simple example, I can go on a show and sell some number of books. They hear me on the podcast. They say, hey, he sounds like a smart guy. I'll buy his book. Now, I very explicitly, I'm not a career coach. I'm not an executive coach. I don't sell coaching, but let's pretend I did. Coaching might be a $5,000 package. No one's going to hear me once and say, oh, I'm going to write Mark a $5,000 check. We know we have to build up that brand trust.